A 4-year federal investigation into a drug trafficking organization that used semi-trucks to move liquid methamphetamine across the United States has officially wrapped up, and everyone involved has officially been sentenced. Now, I think this is really interesting, and I haven't seen it get a ton of attention online. So if you like videos like this, make sure you click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our content, and hit that like button. It does help us out a ton and get us out to other freight individuals just like yourself. So let's dive right into the story. Federal prosecutors say 18 people connected to a Mexico-based drug operation have been sentenced in a federal court for using commercial trucks to move massive amounts of liquid meth from Mexico through Texas and into Oklahoma City and other destinations. When you add it all up, those defendants received more than 278 years in federal prison. So obviously, this wasn't small time. Investigators estimate the group moved more than 35,000 pounds of meth into the United States, worth roughly more than $64 million on the street. But here's where it gets really wild. Instead of hiding the drugs inside of pallets or boxes, this group converted meth into a liquid form and hid it inside of the fuel tanks of the trucks. The trucks looked completely legitimate, completely normal, running normal lanes for freight and blending in with everyday traffic. Now, according to court records, the operation was active from early 2021 and ran for years before it was fully dismantled. The investigation was led by the FBI, working alongside with local law enforcement, and it all came together in late 2024 when federal charges were officially filed. And several of the defendants even went to trial together. In late April of 2025, after a 9-day federal jury, every defendant was convicted on all counts. Evidence at trial showed one of the leaders ran 2 trucking companies that were used as a cover to move drugs into Oklahoma. Other members of the group coordinated truck-to-truck transfers, told truck drivers where to deliver the loads, and handled the distribution once the shipments arrived. So essentially, they were dispatchers and operations managers and just basically coordinating all these drugs and all these shipments into the United States. And over the course of the investigation, law enforcement made multiple seizures across Oklahoma, sometimes hundreds of kilograms at a time. They also seized a semi-truck, firearms, large amounts of cash, and real estate tied to the drug money. And it didn't stop there. Prosecutors also uncovered a large money laundering operation. A senior member of the organization in Mexico directed family members in Oklahoma to move drug money using peer-to-peer payment apps and international wire transfers. That money was then routed back to associates in Mexico. Trial evidence showed the group supplied meth to multiple prison gangs inside of Oklahoma's correctional system, with the payments tracked through digital records and prison documentation. Sentences in the case ranged from several years to multiple decades in federal prison, depending on each person's role within the organization. The people running the transportation, distribution, and money movement or money laundering received the longest sentences. The case was part of a broader federal effort known as Operation Take Back America, which targets cartels and transnational criminal organizations operating within the United States. And from a trucking perspective, this case is a reminder of something really important. Criminal organizations don't always look criminal. They use legitimate equipment, registered carriers, and normal freight lanes to hide in plain sight. That's why regulations and law enforcement keep pushing carrier vetting, inspections, and further compliance, especially when there's commercial trucks involved. This operation is just one of many that obviously operate within the United States, are using the United States trucking system lanes as a front to move drugs across state lines through different countries from Mexico into the US and Canada. And these things have been happening for years, for decades, for centuries. But this one has now been completely shut down. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments about operations like this. And if you guys want us to cover more stories like this, drop a like and drop a comment down in the comments. Tell us what you guys think. And don't forget to think free.